Holy Paladin and Cataclysm PvP S tier. Holy Paladin is literally the best healer for 1v1, 2v2, 3v3 rated BGs. Don't mind the two-handed weapon equipped here. This is not a character that usually runs the Holy spec. Your rotation is super simple. You basically only cast Holy Shock on cooldown. Use your Word of Glory whenever you have 1 to 3 Holy Power, depending on the situation. You can also charge your Holy Power, not only with Holy Shock, but also using your Crusader Strike. So you have two means of generating your Holy Power. So getting enough Holy Power for Word of Glory is extremely easy. If you can afford to be in melee range for Crusader Strike, that's not always the case. And then you use Flashes of Light when there's none of these other ones available. And oftentimes this Flash of Light will be instant cast, since you have your Infusion of Light, where crits with Holy Shock grant you instant Flash of Light casts. And you crit a lot, since crit is your main stat. You have great defensives. You have your Divine Shield and Hand of Protection for when you're real in trouble. You have your Hand of Sacrifice that also removes crowd control off of you, such as polymorphs or repentance, for example. You have your Hand of Freedom helping with the mobility a little bit, although mobility is what Holy Paladin's lacking. The only real mobility cooldown that you have is your Divine Protection, because you have a talent, Speed of Light, where your Divine Protection increases your movement speed by 60% for 4 seconds. So every 30 seconds you can boost your speed, especially in cases where you want to land a successful Hammer of Justice on focus target, but the focus target keeps running away because he knows you want to CC him. Or if you're in trouble and you need to get away from your enemies, like warriors or death knights about to kill you, you activate Hand of Freedom, followed by Divine Protection, and you run away unsnared. And of course you have your Avenging Wrath, Wings, for whenever you need increased healing. You have your Divine Favor for boosting your haste and crit chance, and your Aura Mastery in case you need to cast freely without being interrupted or silenced for 6 seconds. You are the bulkiest healer overall. You are really hard to kill. Enemies will usually prefer to go on your partners rather than you because of how many defensives and how much you can heal through instant casts only, unlike classes like priests. And you have a huge number of compositions you can be running with a Holy Paladin. In 2v2 you can go with any tunneler class like Arms Warrior, Unholy Death Knight. You could even play with a Feral Druid, with a Fire Mage with some PvE off parts. Even an Affliction Warlock possibly, not recommended. Then for 3v3 you can play pretty much with every single class. Some of the best include playing with a Marksmanship Hunter, Warrior, Death Knight, Feral, Affliction Warlock, any kind of spell cleaves, with Shadow Priest, Frost Mage, Fire Mage. There's so many choices, so many options for a Holy Paladin. You cannot really go wrong with a Holy Paladin. You can even play with another Retribution Paladin. And as I mentioned, you're amazing in rated BGs. I would probably give it second place after Resto Druid, because Resto Druid is so amazing in healing multiple targets. So of course in a BG where there's 10 or more players, they're able to heal over time and apply heal over time to multiple targets and heal them at the same time, while Paladin doesn't have that much of an AoE healing. He has Holy Radiance, but that costs a lot of mana, and you may talent into Light of Dawn for some AoE healing. But I still prefer just healing with Holy Shock and Word of Glory. And if none of these are up, then you're using Flash of Light even in BGs, and I'm doing just fine in even top rated battleground groups with that kind of playstyle. So that's Holy Paladin and Cataclysm PvP. I 100% recommend this class. As I said, it is in my opinion #1 healer, only comparable to maybe a Resto Shaman, which is a very different playstyle. Let me know if you liked this video. If you did, click the like, subscribe, comment, share, and I will see you in a video talking about another class in Cataclysm PvP.